Jeff Sanders, who is clandestinely approaching the front of the room. He's got a topic that he didn't want to divulge too much of, titled Just Cruising.
Let's go cruising. 1965 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, Route 66, Chicago to LA. Can you see it? Have you done it? That's not what I'm talking about, but have you been on your motorcycle cruising through the mountains and the curves? You got your babe on the back, wind in your face. No, that's not it either. What is the best bang for your buck today? Where you get all of your accommodations taken care of, where you get all of your food provided for you, where you can go to different countries and have all the entertainment that you desire. At the same time, you only have to unpack your bag one time. That's cruising, and that is a cruise ship. I'm here today to hopefully convince you, if you haven't tried cruising, to try a cruise. How many of you have cruised before? That's it? 4. More than once? Oh, more than once? I've probably done a half a dozen or so. So let me break it down for you. Where can you go on a cruise? You could go anywhere, pretty much in the world, as long as it's accessible by water, typically ocean water, that includes every continent in our country, in the world, and most of the large countries in the world also. These cruises will usually stop anywhere from 3 to 10 different places, depending on how many days you're cruising. One of the cruises we did started in Florida, went to Puerto Rico, and then it swung east over to the Eastern Caribbean islands of, the names of them are Dominica and Grenada, and then it swung south from there to the Dutch Antilles, which is just north of South America, to Aruba and Bonaire. How much does it cost to go on a cruise? That particular cruise cost us about $1,000 a piece. The cost of a cruise depends on 3 things in particular: where you want to go, how long you're going to be gone, and what type of a cabin you desire. The cabins can get broken down into 3 main ones. You have, if you've been on a cruise, you got the one that's just a cabin, no window, no air. It's called an inside cabin, and they're the least expensive. They might only be on $400 or $500 on that one we did. The next one is a cabin with a view, and that is a porthole where you can look out at the ocean and see the waves and everything, but not really get a whole lot of fresh air. And the other one, the last one that most people prefer, if you can afford it, is the balcony room. This one has a sliding door, you've got your own balcony, you've got a little table, chairs to sit out there, you can look at the waves, you can smoke a bowl, you can look at you can see all the cities as you arrive or leave. It's definitely the one I would recommend if you're going to go take a cruise anywhere. Those are usually, on a typical, say the $1,000 we paid, that probably cost us an extra $200 or so. On a long, it's well worth it. If you watch the cruises, if you get online, because there are thousands of them, and keep an eye on them, and you can go at the last minute. They offer upgrades for cruises. You can get a free balcony room, or you can get one for $100. There's all sorts of deals out there. What is included in a cruise? Food. A lot of food, really good food, right?
Yep.
And then more food and dessert. There are buffets for breakfast, buffets for lunch, buffets for dinner, and everything in this buffet you could ever want to eat, and you're stuffed all day long. You plan on gaining at least 5 pounds if you're going to go on a cruise for a week and feel good about it. The best part about the food for me is I like the evening dining. The dining rooms have fantastic entrees. Filet mignon, salmon, you know, all sorts of different shrimp dishes. I mean, these are gourmet chefs making these meals every night, and you can have as many entrees as you want. If you like 3 of them, you can order 3 of them. They don't care. So you definitely can enjoy your meals while you're there. The other good thing about having those meals is you get to sit with someone different that's on the cruise with you every day. You meet people from all over the world. You find out a lot of interesting things about people. The other thing included on a cruise is your entertainment. This is a floating resort. You want to go see a movie or a play or go dancing or listen to music, a comedy club, bingo. I'm just touching the surface. Every morning when you get out of your room, you'll get a little brochure sitting in the little slot outside your room, and you look at the brochure and it tells you all of the activities that are going on that day. And there's something every 15 minutes or half hour. They tell you where it is, how long it is, and depending on what it is you like to do. A couple of examples. We went to the comedy club one night, and I made the mistake of sitting in the front row at the comedy club. You never want to do that. And that also happened to be the night that was, some nights for dinner they tell you they want you to dress up. So I had a sport coat and a tie on. I got the white hair. And so the guy on the stage called me up to help him, and he called me Senator. He said, Senator, could you come up and help me, please? And he's juggling volleyballs. And he says, could you take these 2 balls, please? And he starts juggling these volleyballs. And he says, when I yell go, you throw me that first one, and I yell go again, you throw me the 5th one. I'm thinking, this guy's going to juggle 5 volleyballs? So he's juggling 3, he says go, I throw him 1. He's juggling 4, he says go, I throw him the 5th one, and he starts bouncing them off my forehead. Yeah. Everybody thought it was pretty funny except me. However, Mary still laughs. She's still laughing today about that one. Bingo. I went down to play bingo on my first cruise. There's 4 games I paid. I think it's $20 for 4 tickets. I won the second game, which was $175. And then the 4th one, which was a blackout, was the ship jackpot. And I won $2,000 on the ship jackpot. Little old ladies hated me on that one. I came in the next day, and they were like, you get out of here. You can't come in here. Someone else gets to have a tent. It was pretty funny. What activities can you do while on the ship? This cruise, like I talked about, we went to 4 places. You can do pretty much anything you want. You want to go zip lining, you want to go bicycle riding, take a helicopter ride, snorkeling, scuba diving. You can do pretty much anything you want. There's 2 different ways of doing it. The ship offers an excursion through the ship. You pay more for it, but they guarantee they won't leave without you. That's kind of a nice.
That's nice.
If you decide not to go on a ship excursion and you don't make it back in time, they will leave without you. And I do have the honor of being a member of the LOB Club. LOB being last on board. That was Mary's fault. She had too many margaritas that day. And they were literally getting ready to undo the ropes, taking off. They do honk the horn, or whatever. Blow the horn, pull the horn. And we're running towards there. They see us coming. The captain's dressed whites like this. They announced our name over the whole ship and told us that we were responsible for holding up their trip, and all this. People we had met the day before, they all called our room like, oh, what happened? Are you guys okay? It's pretty fun. An example of things you can do, you don't have to pay to do the excursion. We walked off the boat one day in Aruba, and I said, all of the ports when you land are properties owned by the shipping companies. I mean, they own the stores, they're pushing the jewelry stores, they're pushing the clothing stores and all that sort of thing. And you just kind of have to get past that. There's kiosks and that sort of thing. And I said, I'm tired of these kiosks. Let's go rent a motorcycle or something. So we go and talk to this concierge. He right away starts flagging this guy down on the road. He stops, opens up his door, says, you got a credit card? You got a driver's license? Get in. We go to his place. He rents 4-wheelers in Aruba. They're street legal. So we end up renting a 4-wheeler in Aruba and driving all the way around the perimeter of Aruba on dirt roads and all these beautiful beaches. And we had just the best time. In Bonaire, the day before that, we did our first ever scuba dive. And here you go, lifetime memories that hang on our wall. Four-wheeling in Aruba, scuba diving in Bonaire, all over the world, free food, free accommodations. Not free, but you only pay once. And these will hang on our wall forever. There's always memories from trips like that. What cruise line should you go on? The one I've used the most is Princess. You've probably heard of Princess. There's Celebrity, there's Royal Caribbean. I've always heard good things about that. Holland America, Norwegian. I mean, they're endless. Some of them have better food, cost a little more, the rooms are nicer, so the activities are better. The one I would not recommend going on, unless you got a bunch of little kids, is Carnival. It took forever to get on and off the coach, the ship. It was the worst trip I'd ever had. The food was not nearly as good, none of that. So I would not go with Carnival. However, it's pretty hard to not have fun when you go on a cruise. It is what you make it. It is really fun. Don't let anybody tell you different. You always hear, oh, I felt like cattle. We were pushed on and off the ship, and it's not true. I mean, it was on Carnival because you stood in line forever, but all the Princess, they get you on and off that ship quick, and you aren't waiting, and you're having a good time. So you want to make sure, try a cruise, that you're going to have a good time, invite me to go with you.